Why is doing the work leaving you anxious, burnt out, depressed, dreadful? You have this lingering dread in your stomach and seeing zero results. In today's video, I'm going to discuss about ego, fear, and how it relates to you not feeling well when you're actually doing something, which somehow affects your performance and, of course, your ability to get results. So without further ado, let's jump into the points here. Number one, are you doing something out of fear or ego, or is it because you genuinely want something? So just to give you a story in my life, I used to obsess over having like a very, very lean physique, like low body fat, extremely like crazy fitness, like stamina, so on. So I wasn't that before. When I was in high school, I was a bit chubby and so on. So it gave me this drive, to work out every single day, to take care of my diet, and to always work hard in terms of improving my physical fitness. So what happens is I worked towards it. It was exciting, it was motivating, and I was really passionate about it. My friends would literally see the passion in my eyes as I worked towards a goal. But there was a point where I've already achieved it, and I was depressed. It felt dreadful. Every single day when I work out, it does not feel fun. It feels like a chore. I feel really, really anxious to do my workouts. And that's when I came to a realization that, something's wrong. Something has to change. Now, I'm going to give you another story and I'm going to relate to how those two somehow relates to you getting results and how that feeling is a sign that something has to change. So another example here is I was working on a certain endeavor and I'm really like passionate about it as well. And it came to the point where I was working on it like every single day, very hard, very grueling, and I wasn't seeing any progress. And each time before I do that thing, it makes me really, really anxious. I was like, I just don't want to do it. Even if I do it, it's like, if I don't do it well, I'll feel really, really like discouraged. I'll feel really, really like bad and beat up myself. And the days I'm feeling good, I do something well, I'm like really, really pumped, really, really motivated and think I'm the shit, I'm very good, I'm awesome. But I'm always at this cycle of having fluctuating self-esteem, which makes me dread failing or not doing well. So I'm always trying to maintain a certain performance or certain standard there, because if I don't, I will feel like shit for the whole day. So basically these two somehow has the same effect. I'm working really, really, really hard on something and I'm feeling shit about it. I'm feeling like, I can't get much results from it anymore, but I also dread doing it. Now, I'm going to go to the 400-meter example, which is totally different compared to the other two things which I'm talking about. So when I was running 400 meters, when I was in high school, I did really, really bad at it. I sucked, I thought it was easy until I ran it, and I basically made the team lost. I would even dare to say that. So fast forward 10 years later, before I tried, because I really want to test myself and say, okay, I haven't done 400 meters in a very, very long time, and I know I'm shit at it, but I'm going to break this belief that I can't do it, and I'm going to do it. Even if I fail, I'm just going to do it. So I had the same feeling, the feeling of dread, the feeling of anxiousness, what if I don't achieve this? What if I like stop halfway while I'm running 400 meters? Will I feel like bad? Will I feel like shit? What if I fail at this? But as I ran through the 400 meters and I did it, it didn't feel so bad. In fact, I feel accomplished, like, wow, I thought I couldn't do 400 meters, but after I run the 400 meters, wow, I actually can do it. But the difference here is, although I have the same feeling, anxiety, dread, and everything, but after running the 400 meters, it's like, even if I fail the 400 meters again one day, I don't mind, because I always can work on it again and again and again until I get it. So the difference between my fitness endeavor, which I feel dreadful about, Another thing which I'm working on, which leaves me the lingering feeling of dread last time, and also the 400 meters, is one of them is trying to preserve an ego that I don't want to fail, an ego that, I'm already doing quite well, and I don't want to not do well anymore. So each time I do something, I'm trying to fight to protect my ego, to protect myself from failing, to confirm that I'm worthless, rather than going after something because I really want to pursue it, or I really, really want to get better at it. And that's the difference. So, there is the saying that he who has the least to lose has the most power and the most control. Like, what is something that you're afraid to lose right now? Is it your current job, your current relationship, your current, the stories and the identity that you have for yourself? Like, for example, I'm really, really good at math, but because you think you're good at math, you're afraid to take on harder subjects on mathematics because it further confirms that you're not actually very good at math. What is something that you're trying to preserve? Like, look down deep in yourself. If you ever feel that dreadful feeling or that feeling of anxiety, like burnt out whenever you work hard towards something, am I doing it because I'm trying to preserve an ego? What am I trying not to lose from doing this? Because whenever you're working hard at something because you don't want to lose something, you'll feel burnt out. You feel like anxiety because you're afraid to fail, you're afraid to lose it all. You'll feel dreadful because you're not working towards something. You're not seeing yourself getting better. You're just trying to maintain something which will easily get lost. Now, scarcity mindset. That's the whole premise about what's going on here. Why are you having this scarcity mindset? Number one, because deep down, you still feel like you're not enough. You only feel enough if you have these sets of accomplishment. If I only look leaner, if I only have six-pack abs, then I'm enough. If I have this amazing girlfriend, who's freaking awesome, then I'll be enough. If I have $1 million, then I'll be enough. And that's why you have that fear. Because if you don't have these things anymore, you basically lose your sense of self-worth. You're afraid to fail and lose it all. And in the end, that very goal that you have right now, or that the very goal that you're pursuing right now, is the one that is in control of you rather than the reverse. A step above not being enough is I'm enough. Meaning to say that I'm already enough. Even though I don't have $1 million right now, even though I don't have, I'm not good at something, even though I am, still incompetent in a certain area, I'm enough. And that's one step above the scarcity mindset, is you're already at peace with yourself. What happens here is, whenever you start something, feeling at peace with where you are, your ego doesn't get in your way. Fear doesn't get in your way because you are afraid to lose nothing. There isn't any consequence of you failing. Even if you fail, it's like, well, that's it. Even though I lost my six-pack abs, I was like, hey, it doesn't matter. Even if I don't do the 400-meter race well, it's like, hey, what the hell? I don't mind. Because I'm already enough. But this is just a second layer on top of not being enough. The best scenario is I'm enough plus extra. And what I mean by that is I'm already enough. Even though I don't have $1 million right now, I'm already enough. But I'm going to work towards being better. I'm going to work towards getting that $1 million. I'm going to work, although, I may have a six-pack ab, or maybe I don't have one, I'm already enough. But I'm going to work towards it. I'm going to work towards it, but not letting the goal be in control of me. Meaning to say, I decide whether or not I want to pursue the goal or if I want to drop the goal. If I don't achieve that goal, nothing will happen because I'm already enough. I'm just pursuing it for fun. I'm pursuing it because I'm carefree. Although I know my current situation is really, really painful right now, but I'm going to accept my current situation as it is, go at it with a blank mind, being carefree, and going after it. It's when you don't put your goals on a pedestal, which is where you don't really have much fear around it, because you're not afraid to lose. Now, as the whole point of this video here, are you doing something to validate your ego, or are you doing something because you want to become something more? Like, think about it deep down within yourself. Am I doing something because I just want to validate a certain ego? You know, I want people to like me. I want people to think I'm an important person. I want to be recognized by this or that person. You know, I want to feel good about myself. Or am I doing something because I want to become more? I'm already enough. But I also believe I can become something more. I can become a smarter person, a more competent person. I am deserving of having that six-pack abs. Although I don't have one, I know the work I'm doing right now will lead me towards that path. And even if I don't achieve it right now, and even though I'm struggling at it right now, I believe I'll figure it out. And even if it takes me a very, very long time, I'll figure it out because, you know, I have nothing to lose. There's no rush. I'll work at it very, very hard to the best of my ability, but I'm not in a rush. I can take my time whenever I feel like this is gonna be a chore, if it's not gonna be fun, if it's gonna feel like pain whenever I pursue it. I can drop the goal either way. I'm fine with not getting the goal, but I'm still gonna always choose to get it because this is something that I genuinely want. Genuinely wanting something rather than having society or what you think you should want be your goal. So, hope you guys find this video valuable. There's a lot to unpack here. Now, if you really like to have me work with you, to become your life coach, to help you find out what you really, really do want, and if you're struggling with any areas of your life in terms of, you know, letting ego control you, or you would like someone to tell you what's going on right now that's not making you successful, and giving you a roadmap on becoming the successful person that you are, hit me up in the email below and I'll be happy to have a conversation with you. Now, thank you so much again for watching and I'll see you guys in the next video.